This is SonicGoon, coach of the Lansdowne Guzzlords, here for my Cascade Draft League Season 9 Week 3 recap. So for this week, I'm playing against Subzero, coach of the Freeport Flygons. Um, I think both of us are 1-1 going into this week, so both of us really want to get as many wins as we possibly can, because as we near the middle of the pack of weeks, those playoff spots are gonna start slipping away from us. So any wins are wins we need. Look at our overall matchup head to head. I think he has a slight advantage just because of Mega Aerodactyl. Nothing on my team actually outspeeds it other than Greninja with Water Shuriken, but he has Tabalele, so I can't rely on any sort of priority to beat him. I have to just hope he messes up with Arrow. Um, but yeah, thing I need to point out is how good Sirfetch'd is in this week. There's about like three Pokemon that want to switch in on this. That being Mudsdale, Noivern, and Tabalele. Mudsdale is the only consistent one. Lele takes 44% from a double resisted close combat and dies a poison jab. Noivern takes about 70% from a single resist close combat. So yeah, and then Sirfetch'd nearly one shots everything else. And I think Mega Arrow doesn't want to take it. It still takes like 50 to 60, but then it can one shot me back. But yeah, that's basically just kind of what my entire goal is. Punch things. Like Tangrowth gets 2 KO'd. It does minimum 50.3%, and if he's not lefties, he just dies. Because it's a guaranteed 2 KO. Vaporeon takes min 80. Heatran dies. Fortress dies. Passimian dies. Helios dies. Drubion dies. Everything fucking dies to this mon, and he's so ridiculously strong. So yeah. Just to hop right into Team Builder, see what I built. I don't really have a consistent way of stopping his rockers from getting up rocks, because whenever Mudsdale comes in, I have to go to something that can take it or just one-shot it out. So probably going to be like Mew or Steelix. And so that just means he gets to click rocks for free. Mega Arrow can click rocks for free if it runs that. What else runs rocks on his team? Heatran clicks rocks pretty freely. Fortress clicks hazards pretty freely. So I don't really have a way to really remove it other than like defog on Sirfetch'd, but I'm clicking a move with Sirfetch'd until it dies. So anything that can't really sustain itself is running heavy duty boots. So I have where did my music go? What the hell? Why did it stop playing? Okay, that was weird. I'm gonna just leave this in here because I have very little time. It's January 2nd. I said I was gonna have both of these out before week 4 was over, which is in 2 days. Not even 2 days. Like, it technically ends tomorrow, but it's based on, like, I don't know. It's like 8 a.m. on the 4th, technically, but who cares? It's the 3rd. So I really have to get this one done, as well as my week 4 match, which I just recently played like a day ago. So, all the other mons on my team that aren't forced into running an item that can't really switch in on hazards are running heavy duty boots. So I have Boots Darm, Boots Greninja, and Boots Aurora. So we're among drip this week. I'm running pretty much every single Pokemon that can run a pivot move is running a pivot move, because I really want to try to get Sirfetch'd in against those slower walls, just punch holes, because that's exactly what this thing does. What that thing does. So everything has U-turn or roll switch. U-turn, Earthquake, Flare Blitz, Toxic hits his entire team. Nothing wants to switch on a Flare Blitz that isn't like his water types. So Vaporeon, and I can Toxic hit on switch in, and then U-turn out while it's forced to like either Hill Bell or Wish. U-turn Scald and Power Fire Dark Pulse, because I would have ran Water Shuriken for the Mega Arrow, but he has Tapu Lele. I can't rely on that, so I just went with Scald for the burn chance. HV Fire hits both Tangrowth and Fortress, so I just figured I might as well have the one hit KO on Fortress if it has any chip on it. Um, I opted to not run any like removal because his removal is like Noivern, Mega Arrow, and then like those are his removal are the only Pokemon on his team that are weak to rocks anyway. So there's not really much I can benefit from running this, and then I didn't have the move space really to run like um, spikes. Probably should have run spikes on Mew. Now that I think about it, I put rocks just because it's the only thing that's really going to be worthwhile here, to be honest. And even then, it's not that much worthwhile. It's just kind of there for if in case I need it. But everything that can run toxic is running toxic. Okay, this is just not going to loop. I have it on the loop mode. Hey, okay, it's because autoplay is rock. Oops. Sorry about this. Yeah, just one take, Drake. You know, that's a reference to freaking Black Hokage. I haven't watched that man in forever. Why'd I reference him? Anyway, uh, so Steelix, Gyro Ball, Toxic, Earthquake, Stone Edge, all the things that are weak to start Gyro Ball or are neutral to it are fast as shit, so it's gonna do max damage. Uh, Toxic is great, and Edgequake just rounds it out. Max special defense to tank hits from Heatran as well as Tapu Lele, because that's really my only way of killing it is having them in front of it, and I can Earthquake or Toxic them. Mew, Stealth Rock, Ice Beam, U-Turn, Toxic. I probably should have ran like T-Spikes or just Spikes in general. But Ice Beam, U-Turn, Toxic. Ice Beam hits like every freaking Noivern, Arrow, and Tangrowth. Super effective damage. Then U-Turn. If I'm not clicking U-Turn to Toxic, then I click Stealth Rock, but I don't feel like I'm going to have any real reason to this game. Next is Max Speed, Zero Aura. This is pretty standard. Grass Knot actually chunks Mudsdale and switch in, so if he thinks that he can switch in to take a Volt Switch, I just Grass Knot him and kill him. Or knock into Grass Knot should do a decent amount of damage. Other than that, T-Bolt does do a considerable chunk to his entire team. He doesn't really have a T-Bolt switch in like Tangrowth unless it's AV. Isn't a special attack switch in, no matter if he resists it or not. So yeah. And then star of the show this week, it's not even my mascot or even a top tier mon on my team, is Surfetch. Banded, Scrappy, close combat, does so much damage as I said before. Knockoff does so much. Poison Jab, Oko's, Tapu Lele, that's literally only here for Tapu Lele, which is why I saw the bottom of the move list. But I'm probably going to be clicking Close Combat for the entirety of this game. So yeah, just get right into the match. He brings pretty much about what I expect. You know, this is kind of all he has to switch in, because if Mudsdale goes down, he doesn't really have a switch in for Close Combat, as we'll see. And I don't really have a switch in for his Mega Arrow, so I just hope that he messes up with it. What the hell? What? 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 Hello? Hello? I have this set to repeat. And it's just like, nah, I'm not gonna repeat. Alright, we're gonna go back. Okay. So, I lead Steelix here because Megaing is my highest priority, so getting a Mega on turn 1 is super amazing for me. So I decided to just Mega, take this U-turn because it's going to do literally nothing, and get a free Toxic off. I Toxic the Vaporeon, which is great, so now I'm able to go straight to my Mew and kind of sit in front of it. Here I get Brox because, I mean, I might as well. I can't really click Toxic because you can switch into Drapion. I can't really click U-turn. I can click U-turn or I can click Ice Beam. I have no reason to click Ice Beam. I have no reason, and I don't really care about Drapion, so I'm just gonna, you know, just click Rocks there. I forgot that Pursuit existed, because this is a Cut Moves legal league, so I'm not used to dealing with Pursuit, but regardless of what move I clicked that turn, I was going to take this pursuit because it works on U-turn as well. So yeah, but Drapion kind of does get walled by Steelix, so I don't really care about going into him. I just get to go for Gyro Ball and do exactly nothing to this Vaporeon. So I have to go back into Mew and just let this thing kind of take all these hits. But it also gets the burn on the Vaporeon, which actually kind of works in my favor because it's basically just like a Toxic that he doesn't really want to get rid of because it makes him immune to Toxic. So he goes for Wish here because he wants to like switch in something to get healed up. He doesn't have anything to switch into this close combat. I'm just going to sit here because I do outspeed this because I'm adamant max speed. As I go for just another close combat, and I do about 69%. That's insane. Predicts my switch in to go to Steelix and goes for the Flamethrower, which is a nice play, but since I'm max special defense, I don't really care about that. And I'm able to just launch off another Toxic here. And luckily I'm hitting my Toxics this week. So I'm able to just go right into Mew. It's a pretty safe play because either he's going to click Knock or he's going to click Sleep Powder. I'm fine with either of them happening. So here just U-turn because I'm like, oh, I don't really care. He's not going to click Sleep Powder again because I'm in his face. As he does knock off my heavy boots. But I don't really care because he hasn't gotten up rocks. And Flare Blitz is going to do a ridiculous amount of damage no matter what mon it is. So as you can see, that is a Mudsdale that took over 50% to a Flare Blitz. It's not even like Adamant or anything else. It's a Flare Blitz. So here I decided to just, go in Mew, because Mew's kind of useless here. He's just going to kind of be here to take hits. But he's able to he sacks his Mudsdale to my Mew, which makes sense because it's so low it's not going to live anything else anymore. I would probably try to hild it up with Vaporeon. Just let my Mew die because there's nothing it really can do, and I just get to go back into my Surfetch. He goes for Poison Jab, does a lot to mine. But then close combat one-shots this thing. So there goes victim number 1 to Surfetch. As he goes into Mega Arrow, here I have to stay in because if he goes for DD, I 100% lose. So if he DD'd in my face after taking rocks damage, he dies. So I had to just sit there. This was a really weird play on my opponent's end. I autopiloted because week 3 I faced Mega Arrow, and then week 4 I faced regular Aerodactyl. So I was prepping for my week 4 match before I played this. So I auto-clicked Zeraora to switch in after my Surfetch dies because I'm like, oh, I outspeed because it's base 130. And then I'm sitting in front of it like, that's a Mega Arrow that's base 150, not 130. So I'm like, well, shit. He knows I'm not Scarf. So he just goes for Earthquake here and kills me, no matter what. Because he knows I'm Boots. I didn't take any rocks damage from rocks. But instead he switches out. I don't know why. And because he switches out, I'm able to Volt Switch. I don't know if that crit really mattered. Because regardless, I was going to go into Darmanitan here and click Flare Blitz. So yeah. Able to super chunk down this Vaporeon. And it's kind of looking a little shaky for me, but Zeraora gets to come in and click a move. Because T-Bolt, even when he's at full, kills. So yeah, he just goes into Noivern into Scout item. I don't know why he already knew my item at this point in the game. And he doesn't go Arrow to aggressively pressure me. At this point, I'm assuming he's not even Jolly max speed or something. He's probably like Adamant because he didn't expect me to run max speed Zera. As I'm able to just go straight into my Greninja. The Sleep Powder miss was unfortunate. I think that actually lost in the game. Because now I'm able to stay in with my Greninja and just click more Dark Pulses. Doesn't matter that he healed his burn here or the Toxic, because I should be able to just kill it with spamming Dark Pulse here. So if Vaporeon goes down, he goes in Mega Arrow, which is not the best switch in, because Mega Arrow, Dual Wing Beat, missing here also cost him the game. I think Dual Wing Beat killed, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this is why you click Aerial Ace. But yeah, because he missed those two moves at the end of the game, Greninja was able to clean up. I don't know if I was be able to win unless he didn't. He had Earthquake, so yeah, Zero lost. And I don't know if Steelix was able to 1v1 everything, because he had Heal Bell and Vapo. But yeah, so yeah, GG's to Subzero. I think we played well until the end of the game, and then we just started to fuck up really badly. But you started to pull back ahead, and then you missed two inaccurate moves, which is unfortunate. So yeah, so now I'm 2-1 for the season. Looking pretty good. I won't really know when I make playoffs until like week 6. So I don't even know how many people from each conference make it, but yeah. So yeah, be uploading. This will be uploading soon, so like it should be up on the 3rd, and then week 4 should be uploaded the day after. So yeah, I'm also starting a new league on the 3rd, so I probably won't be getting around to playing other games yet, but you know, I'll eventually play through like Dragon's Dogma speedrun mode and other games. Maybe even like Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. I have 2 versions of that game. I have the HD remaster and then the original. I've never played either, so I should probably get down to that. But yeah, see you guys soonish, I guess. Bye.